Welcome. It is the end of the year, the last episode of 2020, and it has been an interesting year for those of you who have been living under a rock. Tonight we have a exciting show in store for you. We'll be joined by a couple fellow streamers, Kage from the game Kage, and Jared from the Dad Network. And we are just stoked to have the opportunity to rebroadcast this one shot. The joyous thing about this is we were actually in the middle of Arc 2's development. We were in the middle of Arc 1.5 that Ray was running, and we were still fine-tuning some of the second edition stuff. So it's interesting because this is a really good example of how playtesting goes, and kind of taking some things out of it and fine-tuning and kind of focusing on some aspects to make them better. But the episode is actually a lot of fun, and I'm excited to share it with you tonight. But the key thing to remember as we go from 2020 into 2021 is the simple fact that it all will be different. Thank you everyone who has made this year exciting and fun. Thank you for the community as you guys have developed and brought new people in. Thank you for the opportunity to share what we do with them. And for those of you who have kept with us, thank you so much for keeping with us. We have a whole bunch of fun stuff, exciting stuff for 2021, which we will share with you live next week. But I do want to just kind of take an opportunity and say, whew, we made it through 2020. Enjoy your New Year's celebrations for everyone who will be celebrating. And if you don't have an opportunity to celebrate, then go watch one of our past episodes. You can join our Discord. We'll probably be chatting that evening in celebration. And then don't forget that we will pick it up the first Tuesday in January for the continuation of Arc 2 of Shattered Dungeons. And we will also have a lot of fun and exciting information for you then. So enjoy this one shot. It is completely ridiculous, and there's a major twist right at the very end. So definitely stick through for that. And of course, you can catch this if you're listening to it on YouTube. You can watch it there as well if you're not a subscriber on Twitch, which you should become one, or a patron on our Patreon page. Those two avenues are how we support the show. So if you have a capacity to, please become one. And then, of course, if you're interested in playing, again, this is an example of second edition Shattered Dawn. You can buy the second edition starter kit either in digital format or a physical box through our website, shatteredtabletopgames.com/shop. So enjoy, and we will see you in a moment.
You guys did it. We came back on literally like the most random thing. Is Pop-Tarts technically, what did you even say? I don't even remember.
Our Pop-Tarts ravioli. It is ravioli. It is a filled pastry.
I'm gonna take a firm, hard stance on yes.
I respect that.
I mean, I'd agree.
This is how we start our streams normally. Usually it's just random nonsense that happens during our intro video. So, with all of this fun stuff, we have with us this evening Jordan, who will be playing Risan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Risan. Totally normal person. I just happen to like to talk to myself from time to time. Yep. No, I did it. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. Everything's good. Everything's good. How are you?
We have Kage, who will be playing Riala Doven.
Hello, everyone. Riala. No, I can't think of anything.
Your interesting fact was that you exist.
Yes.
We have with us Ray, who will be playing. You just say your name.
I will be playing Cogswell Tinkerwrench the First, and I enjoy gadgetry and electricity. More so the latter.
And then we have Jared, who will be playing the one and only Curio.
Hi, I'm just your regular Ethel kid, teenage child. I do not have nefarious plans.
It's important to lead with that information.
One thing you should know about me is 100% trust.
Your shifting eyes betray you.
But my gleaming smile.
Ooh. Now, this evening...
That child seems trustworthy.
A wise observation. This evening, you find yourselves in your home. You've lived in the city of Undercave for a very long time. You all are part of the Aluan Patriarchy's mining operation in the Dwarf Mountains. You spent your lives underground. You've never seen what you've rumored to hear as sunlight. Instead, you spend your days toiling away, unearthing the ore and gemstones that the Aluan Patriarchy used to enslave the rest of the world. Recently, you've noticed that a couple of people you've kind of known loosely on the periphery have seemingly gone missing. It's not unlikely that they escaped the incredible hardship of being a miner in a mining community underground and sought greener pastures quite literally above ground. However, deep down in your gut, you feel that something is amiss. And as you have felt that for the past couple of days, each of you, respected people in your various areas of expertise, have been summoned to the bar. The bartender has sent for you on behalf of one of Undercave's esteemed intelligence operatives, and he seeks to meet with you somewhere, but you do not know where in this bar. And so you all enter about the same time and make your way over to the bartender, slowly picking up that there might be other people here for the same reason you are. As you enter, you notice on your left there is a minstrel playing a lute, and he seems to be singing songs about the various things he's experienced, much of them not very interesting. He sings a song about a mustache for some reason. About the rest of the bar, you notice many more underlings. People about half as tall as Risan, who is a more humanoid-looking character. Many of them you've seen in passing, but on the far end is a Dargoth, a 12-foot-tall, translucently skinned, horned beast of a creature. He seems to be very much enjoying the minstrel's song about his mustache. And so, gazing around, you see the bartender hard at work. And I leave it to you. What do you do?
Excuse me, Mr. Minstrel there. do you have any songs about bacon?
Why, yes, I do. And then
I would love to hear one.
He starts singing a song about bacon. The Dargoth in the far end of the room is unimpressed and unenthused and begins to start rocking back and forth, seemingly getting more and more belligerent.
That gentleman is your problem now. Excuse me. just take it off.
What do the rest of you do?
Well, this looks boring. I am gonna go find. Oh, that's nice food.
Riala walks up to a table where two other underlings are already eating, and plops herself down and starts taking some of the food they have clearly ordered and paid for. Hey, what are you doing, Missy? Get out of here!
Oh, this is good stuff. You were onto the right thing when you picked this. I love it.
Well, of course, we paid for it. Now get off with you. You're not welcome here.
Yeah, right. Tosses down a coin. Gets up and I'm just gonna. Oh, what is this?
You do the exact same thing at the next table, walking over, sitting down. This person appears to be a little bit more friendly. Lord, what you doing here? How are you? It's not nice to speak with your mouth full.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't ask me questions when I got a mouthful of food.
Fair enough. I'll give you that one. What brings you
I
here,
like
miss?
I like you. Yo, bartender, drinks.
He doesn't look up from the bar he sits at. Clearly there are other people further up in the line than you who are yelling to him from far off.
I'll tell you what, the food's good, it's just on display, but the drink service is terrible.
Yeah, you kind of have to be right on him. I think he's got a bad ear.
Oh. Right, well, maybe later then. Continues eating.
Well, you're welcome to the rest of my food. I'm kind of done with it. Curio, what are you doing in this moment?
Well, there's a loose coin on this table right here.
Indeed there is.
Down by a recent acquaintance of mine. I'd like to see if I could get that coin.
Go ahead and roll a
all
sneak
the coins
check.
on the guy's belt.
All right, so for the single coin there on the table, go ahead and roll a sneak check opposed by my sneak check. Roll better than 45.
All right. And this is mostly just to learn the system.
Yep. So Shattered Dawn is D100 for everything. So every roll we'll be making this evening is in fact a D100.
Wiping your butt, D100.
And
No.
it's a sneak check, so I have a plus 20 bonus.
Indeed. And so we
Get it.
Good lord, 110. Okay. You expertly grab that coin. You wait for the right moment. You do a little you get their attention focused on something else, and you just snatch it up real quick. Now, for the pickpocketing of the rest of their gold, you're going to have to do a little bit better. So now this is a cut purse check, which if you don't have a bonus, you can still attempt, but it is against my roll as well. So go ahead and roll again.
I'll do it, but you said a little bit better than 110.
Well, that's fair. I guess not.
I mean, technically, I see that someone named Arkmaster David rolled a 6 as a secondary roll, and I feel like
That was the other
that's the
guy.
roll to beat.
Yeah, that was the second.
Oh,
Okay.
well, there you go.
Wait, nope.
That's not even a roll.
I forgot the D part.
Just straight.
Just I rolled 100. Yep.
I rolled a natural 1,000.
This is where definitely not Jared in the chat needs help.
Jared, now if I can get a single roll, oh dang it, Okay, fine. 98, you did excellently. So you're able to distract him as well and send him well on his way to becoming very broke. And so
I like to think he's pulling that. Can you believe that woman sitting down and taking your stuff? That is just so rude. Pocket everything.
If I can get a roll from chat, that will be how much gold is found on his person. So if anyone in chat wants to do that, we'll move on, and then when we get the roll, I'll tell you how much. Now, Risan and Cogswell, you walk up to the bartender, and after Curio pickpockets 68 gold off of this guy, which is his entire coin purse, mind you.
You know what that means? You made a total of 69 gold.
There it is, everybody.
Yeah.
If you are a subscriber, go ahead and pop that beautiful dragon cookie emote into the chat.
It's the number that keeps on giving.
So, what are you guys at the bar talking about with the bartender?
Oh,
Well, the little man made it first.
so we're supposed to be searching for some kind of secret informant, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Cogswell kind of climbs the bar. Well, this place is probably made for underlings, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I hop up on the bar stool, gonna lean over and look directly at the bartender and over my shoulder. Well there, barkeep. The bioluminescent fungus attaches to the northern face of the shale. Wiggly eyebrows. That is the code word, yes? No? Maybe?
What exactly are you trying to say to me?
Rick's gonna move over. You know, it's not exactly a code word if you have to tell people it's a code word.
You present a good point, good man. Person? Cat? What are you? Irrelevant.
I'm a man.
Are you guys here to meet with the intelligence operative?
Oh, I was under the impression this was a secret thing.
Not do that.
I was told very plainly when you guys come to simply point the direction you must go. He's at that table over there in the alcove by that odd individual that appears to be yelling at a woman over there. The other side of the minstrel.
So, like, her? Up her?
Yes, you're pointing in the right direction. Absolutely.
You know, a sign saying, stop at the first table probably would have been more efficient.
Indeed, that would have been quite helpful.
Well, now
I dare say that
that
I am very frustrated.
You mean...
Yep, moving on.
I would like to purchase your largest drink before I continue this adventure.
For 5 gold, I will part with it. Yes, 5.
Holy
I also
cow.
I would enjoy some beverage as well, thank you.
I'm going to go broke.
For the right
much do I
coin, you
even
can have
have?
the right drink.
Good. We'll just take a lovely, large sip of it, and oh no, it's also spilling down my armor. How unfortunate. Oh no. Well, I got a good half of it, even half. Don't complain. Moving on.
I'm not cleaning that.
Now, Riala and Curio, you see two individuals very clearly not knowing what to do with themselves, following where the bartender was pointing. And so you kind of pick up on maybe that those are other people that might be here for the same reason you are, but completely up to you.
Do we know that the rest of the four of us are here for the same reason as well?
You know that it is more than likely that you weren't the only one summoned, but you don't know exactly how many would have been contacted.
Gotcha. All right. Well, as is my way, I'm going to go and kind of be close enough to overhear and partake in a conversation, but far enough to have an exit point from any conflict that would happen.
Smart. Riala, what about you? What do? Do you finish your meal?
Kind of stuff the last of it in. I'm like, right then. I smack the guy next to me and I'm like, Steve, just remember, just because she looks like a goat doesn't mean you shouldn't marry her. And get up and head over.
As you leave, his voice changes from the, what you talking about? And suddenly he's like, what did you just say? Moving onward.
You can't hide here, Steve.
Oh, jeez. Risan and Cogswell walk up to the table, and as you do so, you notice a smaller individual walk over, seemingly of teenage years, and she appears to be very interested in where you guys are going.
What is up, my dudes?
Oh my goodness.
Is that something? I look at Risan. Is that something the young ones are saying these days, or am I way off?
I mean, perhaps if they've had a concussion.
You're way off, friend. You appear to all be here now. Why don't you take a seat?
I don't believe we have enough, but
You
fine.
get out of here.
He turns to the underling next to him and just kind of smacks him on the shoulder, and very quickly, very excitedly, he gets up and departs.
I'll stand in the corner, thank you.
Oh my.
Are you, sure about that there? Can't really hear me from... Well, that's fine. Anyway, take a seat, all of you,
I can't hear you from 5 feet away.
Well, I'm gonna be whispering. I can't let everyone know about what's happening in these parts.
Fine. Just moves to the other corner. Is this
Stupid
more to your
leader.
liking?
Whatever.
Aha! So it is a secret.
Let's see here. Where's Oh, there you are. You're trying to hide around the corner. Nice try, Curio. Come on, sit down.
What is up, my dudes?
Now, Curio is
That
a child.
proves- that proves
young
nothing.
years. Ray, apparently Cogswell is well informed.
Yes. I'm not senile after all.
Now, welcome. What I've called you all here for, I'm assuming you guys have picked up on that some of our esteemed citizens, I'll call them, have gone missing. Have you picked up on that? Yes? No? Shake
I
your
do
head.
believe
Yes.
we've noticed a scarcer population, yes.
Excellent. Well, I've stumbled upon some information that I think would be a big deal if I were able to actually prove the fact that it is happening. See, I think that underneath Undercave, in the dark recesses of some of the deeper caverns where we've not had a mining operation going on for some time, you know, we've stripped it clean, I think someone has a cult there. I have no physical evidence, and that's why I've called
It's not
you here.
me.
No, I don't think it's you. You guys
Would
are
you
all...
believe it to be a fun cult or like the uh-oh cult?
I'm hopeful that it's a fun cult, but I'm prepared for it to be an uh-oh cult. So...
So basically, how many heads do you want us to deliver?
Well, no, I don't need heads. I want you
Tails?
to investigate.
You
I...
want feet?
No, we don't need feet. Well, look, I just want you to prove my hunch is either a complete farce or completely accurate. I'm hopeful that it's just, you know, the normal serial killer
But if it's something larger, and we have someone traipsing around Undercave with the ability to get all sorts of weird magical things going on, then we need to rally our forces.
Well, if it turns out to be some sort of sexual cult, I do reserve the right to join.
I honestly have no idea how to deal with that. You're like twice the size of any of the actual people who live here.
Yes, I am a growing boy.
It's been in my experience that with cults, after the punch, they kind of resolve themselves, really.
Well, if you find punch there, take it, and then hopefully they'll dissolve.
I'm not sure if I should classify that kind as an uh-oh. I mean, not uh-oh for outside people, but I suppose it'd be a bit of an uh-oh for those inside. No, because they're killing themselves. No, it's fine. It's fine. What? I'm sorry.
Who are you talking to?
It's just talking to myself. My apologies.
Don't get weird on me. So,
What would you like me to get?
are you all comfortable going into some of the deeper caverns that we've excavated? You seem equipped for such tasks.
What is in it for us?
And would
looks a-
anyone actually object if I took home a keepsake? Like, maybe a head, I don't know.
If you find
I
out,
want to head too.
I mean, is there a gift shop we're stopping at?
as long as they're
No,
not any.
it's find your own, you know?
I draw
there,
the line
find
at the
them.
necklace of fingers.
a bit of a DIY scenario. Very cool.
Exactly.
As long as they're not innocent, you can take whatever you want, confiscate what you will. All I want to do is prove that for a fact there's a cult down in the deep caverns below Undercave.
Okay, so if it ends up being the uh-ohs, the murdery folk, what would you like us to do about that?
If it's the murdery folk and they come after you, defend yourselves. Try and make it back here. Any type of wound or something like that you can prove is from a weapon that a cultist would have, is reason enough for me to send some of the guards down there and take care of it without risking your lives any further.
Old man, you seem to be apparently familiar with these cults. What kind of weapons do they find usual? I mean, I would just assume any old weapon that you have lying around would be sufficient. I, for one, have this axe.
I have
think
the
so
sword.
too.
You have a sax?
No, this axe.
Oh,
No, I'm not going to name the axe. That's foolish.
Who are you talking to?
What? No, listen, you just pay no heed.
Done.
It's not confusing if I say this axe that I'm holding.
Well, with all that done, why don't you guys take off? Meet back here if you find anything, and if you don't find anything, that's fine. Just
Did
Be
you
safe.
mention the part about what's in it for us, or
no. We glossed right over that.
I would like things. We tend to like. I mean, I tend to like things.
We're getting ahead.
there you go. Now,
Pets are good, but you don't actually get to do things like pay for food if you're, like, paying for food. With heads, for some reason, people get really offended.
Well, I mean, I do suppose strategically, if you tossed a head at someone, they would probably flee the table and the items upon it.
Riala
But I feel like
Turns
that only
with a
works
con-
about once.
Riala turns and looks back at the table that denied her food, and she's looking pretty considering.
you've wronged me for the last time. Look, you are all experts in your field, which is why I reached out to you. I have on very good authority that I will be entitled to disperse a certain amount of coin for your work that you do, should you return and prove that there is a cult there. And if you don't, I'll give you 100 gold each. If you prove there isn't a cult, I mean.
If we kill them, that would also mean there's no cult, so...
If you prove that there was an active cult, alive or dead, then you get a pay increase and, better status down here in the caves. But if there is no cult and you come back empty-handed, then I'll pay you for your time.
How can there be a deceased active cult?
Well, if you found an active cult and then you killed them...
But then they are no longer active, yes?
You think because you're taller than me, you're better than me?
At that point, the cult would not exist, so we would also get the
out of
100
here.
gold reward.
Right now, get down into those caves.
Yes.
All right.
Very touchy about it, that's fine. We shall go. Would you...
Calm down, my dude.
Are you all coming with us?
Yeah. Right before we leave, I wanna gather everyone together.
I hope you're thinking the exact same thing I am.
It's like we don't actually have to go down there. We could just stab someone right outside these doors and say it was caused by a cultist. Proven, pay me, sleep time.
You just provide any body, and then you're like, yep, this was the cult, and we killed them. They were very bad.
Exactly.
Money, please.
Like, what about that guy we were just talking to?
I mean, maybe we should call this Plan B.
For best, yes.
Well, I mean, the thing that does concern me is if the crazed man is correct, then that could still pose a danger to us. So maybe, just for our own edification, we poke our heads in and see if there is anything to be concerned of. But if it's like totally fine, then we definitely find some bodies and just be like, oh, haha, here's your cult.
I mean, we could do both. Take a head now, go back, get some gold, and then go down and find out and chop off a couple more heads.
But I don't really want to double dip. It's kind of been a long day.
We'll just clean your axe between.
I don't know, I'm just good with whatever, really.
This sounds terrible.
Plan B movie?
Chat's in a weird place right now.
You young people are into some strange things these days. Why, in my day...
I leave.
Where do you go, Curio? Do you go into the next hallway, or do you go down to the cavern?
Down towards wherever the cult is supposed to be.
Where the money makes us.
Once again, I must reiterate, it's not my cult. And then under my breath, I'll mutter yet.
Oh, I love it.
I'm just going to duck off quickly and come back with a sack, just in case. To put things in.
Somehow,
things.
you are very prepared. So, you guys take some time, and apparently I took the guard captain guy with me.
But I mean, if we're coming in mid-conversation, I'm just saying, if it does turn out to be the sexy kind of cult, it is okay to have, a little bit of personal time, and then just be like, oh no, they're totally harmless. Please give us money.
Or you could have some fun and then take heads and then get money.
And then have personal time.
There you go. With the heads.
No.
I don't
With the heads.
necessarily all of those steps. Maybe we'll
don't
just do
need
all
them,
but one of those steps.
Oh my.
Necromancy is a slippery slope.
I don't care that you won't get your turn.
Only if it's been rotten for a while.
No, we are not doing that with a head. Sorry, what did I miss?
So as you guys traverse the rest of Undercave, you find the area, one of the entry points leading to the lower sections of the city that lead into the caverns. And so as you finally make your way through that, you enter an old, musty cavern.
That's what she said.
Apparently, yes. Now, the walls are stripped clean. It is very, very. You know how when you look into a cave or cavern, you have stalactites and stalagmites and all the various ites, and there's, jagged rocks jutting out left and right, and it's, you can lean on it. It's nice, cool to the touch. This looks like it was almost carved into a hallway. And so as it goes further and further and down, you finally end up here where that has stopped. And it's become more chaotic. And there are rocks jutting out left and right. And you see places where ore clearly used to be now filled with small pools of water. And far off, you can feel heat emanating from somewhere, though you're not sure where. It's very clear that you guys have stumbled into one of the deeper mining operations that Undercave had at one point. So, that being the case, you guys are free to roam around. Where do you go? What do you do?
So, old man, as you're familiar with these cults, if you were a cult, where would you hide?
In the bar.
Oh, no, that is a great answer. But I mean, no one would suspect it. And then you have lots of supplies. Are they the cult? Do we need to go back?
The cult is a business.
The real cult were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. They seem to be wanting heads for some reason. Well,
What I don't get is if it's a sexy cult, why would a sexy cult be down here in caverns? I mean, surely it would be in a bedroom. What's so sexy about dirt in your,
Well, I do believe if that was the case, it'd be more about space than location.
Can I get a roll from chat,
A bedroom
please?
can only fit so many persons.
Yes.
Maybe you could
I
take
hate
out like a
sand. It
great
gets
hole with
everywhere.
like pillows.
I just start tapping on a stalagmite.
Roll a
That's
D100?
about my height. Saying, yeah, what's sexy about this place?
Go ahead and roll your D100.
I'm just gonna
So,
slightly move over as I watch this.
as Curio walks up to tap on the stalagmite, he, I guess, doesn't use any incredible amount of force. When
It's just more of a look at it rather than break
Okay.
it.
Go ahead and roll D100.
I knew that.
And so as that happens, 75 versus chat's roll of 80. And so as Curio walks up and taps that, he doesn't try and hit it too hard, but he hits it at just the right angle. And so he says, "What's sexy about this cavern?" And as he does so, he accidentally hits a fissure line that breaks all of the odds and end pieces off to reveal a almost womanly figure that he accidentally has carved out of rock.
If I had to say anything, I would say you have nailed it right on the head there.
Told you it's gonna be my cult.
Right?
Honestly, after that display, they might call you God.
Cogswell seems to be wandering off down the hallway now, increasingly lonelier as he gets further away.
Rihanna goes skipping after him.
You are now joined by a young Riala.
Bless you.
As you enter this area, you notice a couple of things. First and foremostly, there's a little bit of a kind of an alcove on the far end of the cavern opening that you've just stumbled upon. To the south, as you enter a little bit deeper, you notice that there are stairs that have been carved out of a deep sloping rock face, clearly for easier transportation of materials up and down. But you kind of hear noises off in the alcove over there.
Can I roll to see if they are sexy noises?
Yeah, what kind of noises?
There is a roll for that. However, Riala, because you are younger and have better hearing than Cogswell, you will be making the roll to see what you hear.
Whatever. I have one of them hearing horns.
What's that, young one?
If I can get a roll from chat to oppose that, that would be superb. 53 from Riala. So as you listen in, you kind of almost strain your ears a little bit. You're really trying to focus on what you're hearing. And as you're doing so, you notice that the breathing is almost syncopated, like someone's arguing with someone and it's not quite making sense. But what you do hear, definitely right now, is a voice. The voice is of a person. It seems to be a higher pitch voice, and you cannot make out the exact words they're saying.
Pretty sure I just rolled for sexy noises.
You got a 69 in chat. Oh my.
I'm sorry, I'm 5 years old.
I hear something. It's well, I don't think they're happy. Or she's not happy. Look, it's either a lass or it's a guy whose balls haven't dropped. I'm not really sure. One of the two.
Why not both?
Could be.
Yeah, these places don't tend to discriminate against customers.
So, do you guys travel towards the voice? Do you go the opposite direction?
Can I sneak up there?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a sneak check.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Nope, not a D20, a D100.
If I can get a roll from chat to oppose Jared's Curio, that would be superb.
Just an exclamation D100, and then enter, and you can roll.
Yep.
Definitely not Jared.
Maybe a 69, who knows?
Yeah. So excellent. 57 versus Curio's 97. So you are well hidden. Now, you can only move 4 squares a turn before you have to re-roll. So go ahead and move 4 squares and we'll see what you unearth visually.
Can I move through friendly people fine? Or is that problem?
Yeah, you can move through friendlies. I'm going to say that you start sneaking up where you currently are right now.
So we know that, well, we're under the assumption that the cult is probably hostile in some way. Because they're making people disappear.
That is the assumption, yes.
Okay. So real quick, before...
One more time, Curio, for the sneak check.
Okay.
Before, you know, everything breaks loose, would it be possible for me to roll a machining check to quickly build like a container of some sort that I could put a shock spell into for later use, like a mason jar with a lightning bolt in it?
Do you have one?
I have the shock spell, and I'm gonna go ahead and say I do because I didn't make a list because the disembodied voice didn't go over that with me.
Before you left the bar, you grabbed a doggy bag, and so you have a doggy bag that you can put a shock spell in.
Sweet.
I think you passed this check and the next one already.
Yeah, Curio.
I was trying to set up a macro so I didn't have to type it, and I didn't realize it would make it active.
So Curio with a 118 versus the 29 from chat succeeds. So you can move another 4 squares. And then your 100 also succeeds against my 90. So you are good to go.
4. So that's using both of those to get in there, and I want to stay as close to the wall as possible.
Okay. So
I hope when
as
this
you
expands that there's people literally right there.
yeah, you just walked up to behind somebody. All right. So now, so this is a classic moment here, and so the rest of the group kind of watches as Curio hunkers down a little bit, crouches, and proceeds to sneak towards the voice. Reale, you're describing what you heard to the rest of the group, and Curio takes it on himself to move forward. And so as you're sneaking ever closer, Curio, you hear the musings, the mutterings, the insane ranting and raving of an underling. And as you he comes into your view, you notice he's wearing heavy mail armor. He has a large axe that he seems to be leaning upon with both hands. And he is sitting there just bickering with himself. What do you mean he's not down here? I guarantee he's down here and he owes us money. We're gonna find him and we're gonna get him. And we're gonna make sure he never does any more dealings with anybody else. That's for sure. No, what are you talking about? No, they gotta be. The spiders don't care about the spiders. We gotta forget this boy. I tell you, he's down here. And so that's what you have heard as you are now sitting right behind him. Completely hidden.
Is he on his axe, like resting on it?
Yes, it's holding his weight and him upright.
Can I get it from him?
Why, you can.
Like, can I like the equivalent of kicking a chair leg out from under him? Like,
if you're just trying to kick it out from him, yeah, totally easy.
Well, ideally, I'd like to have it when I run back to the group.
Okay, so in that case, make a pickpocket check, cut purse check. So
and here is where I fail.
Yeah,
all those good rolls about to go goodbye.
Let's get a roll from chat, !D100 in the chat to see what happens for Curio. Now, while this is happening, what is the rest of the group doing?
Trying to stuff a shock spell in the doggy bag, apparently.
Yes.
Wop wop.
It's amazing.
Oh my.
Oh, this is
Critical, right?
so joyous. Yeah, that's a critical fail. Now, Cogswell, you're able to get the spell into the doggy bag. So you have a doggy bag of shock now. So, Curio, you listen to him go on for a hot minute, and then you decide that you need to take his axe. And so you go to kind of kick it out from under him, and you put your hand out next to him. So as you go to do this, I'm going to need you to make a stamina check. Now, stamina checks are unique to Shattered Dawn. You're going to wager some of your potency pool to see if you can basically recover your terrible sneak check. So, in this case, you're going to try and kick it out from under him. The stamina check is for kicking it out. The 1 is for your sneak check. So how much stamina are you going to wager?
Question about the mechanic stamina. Is that a once it's at 0 you die situation?
No, stamina and potency regenerate over time, and if you get to 0, you just can't do anything with them.
Do anything. Okay. Then I'm going to wager 11.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And
Nat
by
11.
do anything, he means other stamina checks.
Yeah.
You know, you can still walk around or run.
Okay, so I'm rolling D100.
Yep, plus 11.
Plus 11.
And with that, your roll is 99. Dang it. Okay. So here's what happens. As you go to move towards him, he turns around and hears you. You knock a couple of rocks loose, and so in his insane ranting, he gets startled and he turns and goes, "Who's there?" And as he turns around, he lifts his weight off of his axe, and so you kick the axe basically away from him. And so the axe is now sitting to your right, about 2 squares away.
Okay.
You guys lock eyes for a moment, and then you both look at the axe, and then you look back at each other, And at this point, what do you do, Curio?
I want to say spiders, and then run. Ideally, I'd run back towards the party, but past the axe so I can kick the axe further along with me.
Okay.
Like kick the can down the thing.
Down the road.
Yeah. Roll one more stamina check. Now, you have not regenerated stamina at this point, so you have 9 left to work with.
So I have 9. Okay.
Yes.
Does that mean I can wager the 9 that I have?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do it.
That one.
77 versus 46. So perfect. So you take off at a mad dash. You can move up to 8 squares if you would like, and you're able to kick the axe kind of along the way as you run. So the axe is going to be 1 square away from wherever you happen to be at the end of this turn. Now, everyone else, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative because this guy is not happy. And so go ahead and roll. And then
I'm rolling. Spuddles just subscribed for 2 months.
Spud, thanks, man.
What's
you are
up?
awesome. Appreciate it. Happy birthday, by the way. That was wonderful and very kind of you. Shout out for Spud, and let's go ahead and get some dragon cookies in the chat as a birthday gift for Spud. All right, so
Is initiative just straight? D100, great.
You can technically put your level's worth of stamina in that too, but you are all out.
I'm out of stamina.
yeah, sucks to suck.
At level 1, it doesn't mean much, but when you're at the end of an adventure at level 50, it's like, no man, I want to kill this guy.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get that battle music going.
The battle music I never hear.
Oh, where's the battle music, guys? Oh no, my battle music. No. Anywho, so as I'm getting the battle music going that I was so very excited about, there we go. We are going to have our wonderful Cogswell going first. So, Cogswell, you hear Curio running down the cavern, kicking an axe along the way. What do you do?
Where on earth did you come across that axe?
Is talking a free situational thing?
Yep.
Okay. This is a crazy guy. Thinking about spiders up there. Saying I took his axe.
Oh, well, was he a cultist?
He was an axe man. Now I'm an axe man.
Ah, well, he's disarmed then.
Yeah, he talks to himself like you. Nope.
Oh, I don't.
And then I point at. I'm blanking on the character name. I want to say Risan.
Yep, that's his name.
Reason.
He talks like you, and he's old like you. Point at Cogswell.
There's nothing weird about talking to oneself. No.
Oh, there really is. Yeah.
He said something about spiders. I wasn't really listening, but he's coming.
Not a fan of those.
So Cogswell, okay, you guys are kind of interacting as Cogswell runs forward. That's how that plays out. You guys just don't have like a 3-minute conversation.
No. I'm just like as we're talking.
Kamikaze runs.
Yeah.
No. I'm just strolling up because I want to get a better view of the different areas here and see what's going on in many different directions. I'm not worried about this insane guy anymore because, well, he's disarmed now.
That's a good point. All right. So you're just kind of readying in action?
Yeah.
All right. After Cogswell, we have Risan.
Okay. Oh, right then. Forward we... Excuse me. Just normal, perfectly normal. This is far as I can go. So I've got a line of sight on the crazed man and my back to the wall. And I'm just preparing my axe so when he gets close enough that I can just whack him good.
Okay. After
Steady
Risan,
now.
it is Curia.
So I have 0 stamina points this round. Next round I'll have more.
You have regenerated 11 at this point.
Okay.
So at the start of your turn, you regain them.
I just want, when that round ticked in. I want to pick up the axe at the ground, obviously.
So as you pick up the axe, just for reference, it is an underling great axe, which means its damage rating is 18.
Ooh, that looks much finer than my great axe.
It's probably a little really unwieldy for me.
Tradesies.
I mean, sure.
Just use one in each hand.
Yes, there you go. So you pick up the axe. What do you do then?
I would. I'd like to move to here and then sneak or hide again into the shadow,
Okay.
if that's possible.
Roll a
Isn't he
sneak
hiding?
check. Yes.
Nat 1.
Thank you for the follow, Alex. Appreciate it. And Adam earlier. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. So you believe yourself to be hidden, Curio, but you're also iffy on it. You're not 100% certain.
Okay.
But you're hopeful.
This might
You're a hopeful hidden. So after that, it is the insane underling's turn. And so you hear him as you take off, kicking the axe. He says, "No dare spiders are gonna take my axe. I'm gonna get you." And he just runs full speed towards you. And as you kind of turn the corner to try and get hidden, Cogswell, you are in his line of sight. So he moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right in front of you and then takes a running leap at you to try and pummel you to the ground. And so he's going to make 2 unarmed attacks against you. What is your armor rating?
24.
All right, so the first one hits and you take 2 damage from that. And go ahead and roll an opposed stamina check.
Tim, is that you?
I'm guessing he's technically too far away for me to get that whack in.
Huh?
Since I was readying the axe to swing at him when he came in, but based on the positioning, he's 1 square too many away from me to get that hit in.
Yeah, you'd have to move towards him on your turn. So
Then it's just my turn.
Cogswell, he takes a running leap at you, and you're able to kind of do the ancient kung fu master sidestep out of the way as he goes sailing past you. But he does get a good hit in, so he kind of, you know how football players midair will collide and then rotate? He does one of those as he's leaping, as his fist contacts your face. So you take 2 damage. After that, he lies on the ground just, "These spiders are gonna take I'm gonna get him." He's kind of yelling at himself. Now, seeing all of this, Riala,
spirited.
all of this chaos, you've been able to take it in. What do you do with all of this information now?
As it all kicks off, Riala's like, "Oh, finally, I was getting so bored." And as the insane underling flies past and lands here, she takes 3 running steps, goes, "Hello," and then basically drives straight down with her swords.
All right, make 2 very crucial attacks here.
Okay.
So you wield your 2 scimitars, I believe, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh!
One of those rolls is much better.
Yeah, one of them is a critical hit. So, what's your damage rating?
It is 5.
Okay, so you deal a total of 15 damage to this guy, and as your scimitars kind of go past his armor, but kind of glance off a little bit, and so he's definitely hit in a not a good place, and he's starting to bleed some, but he's not quite dead. And so, with that, it is back. Great hit, by the way, Kage. That was a lot of damage for level 1. 20 hit points right now. So we are back to Cogswell. What do you do?
I'm going to step back over here now that he's been stabbed thoroughly. Oh, Tim, we knew thee well. I'm going to smack him in the face with my satchel of lightning.
Go for it.
How does that work?
Yeah, what do I roll? Would it be a normal spell attack?
Yes, it would.
Okay. Hold.
You're just a mama smacking him with your purse at this point.
Right.
I don't know you.
That's my purse.
67.
That is a hit. So how much damage does your doggy bag of electricity deal?
So I'm gonna be like, I'm with a new company called Cave Dash. I've brought you dinner. Whack! And it does 10 points of damage.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, good news. You have crispy fried him, seeing as how he was bleeding out from Riala's hit earlier, and so we can now go ahead and transition back to what we were doing. So, looking down, this underling who was muttering to himself insanely is now dead. He is burnt around the edges thanks to the doggy bag of electricity. Curio, you see all of this take place, and the axe is in your hand still, I believe.
Yep.
What do you guys do now that he is dead?
No, I don't recognize him either. Ooh, I dare say, what do you plan to do with that axe? Is
Chop
that
it.
something?
I believe taking heads was on the agenda.
Okay, I just wanted to see if that was a weapon of I guess your style. Not sure
I mean it's heavier. You can have it for some money.
I can trade you this one. It's fine. It's just not quite the same.
I mean, I could sell this at the store. I assume there's stores in.
You could sell this one too.
Well, then you wouldn't have any act.
Well, no, I mean you sell it when we return.
Well, let's see how I do with it, and if I don't like it,
Fine.
Yes, take it out for a test swing.
Just want the shiny axe.
What was the that pit thing in that room that the guy was standing at? This.
You can go over and take a look at it if you would like.
Yeah.
Riala's gonna cut off the guy's head,
I was waiting for that.
pick it up, and then
So-
she's just gonna be like, "You are totally gonna get me a free lunch," and put him in the sack.
It's the equivalent of like the manager's free meal card.
Yes.
There's a head in my soup.
Now, young lady, that is no way to get ahead in life.
I just yelled from the other side. Go.
So as Riala is currently decapitating a body, you notice there's a pamphlet kind of in one of his pockets. Do you do anything with that or just leave it?
I'll pull it once I finish stuffing the head in the sack. I'll pull it out and open it up and have a look.
As the bottom of your sack,
Absolutely wiping blood from my hands onto the rest of the guy's body. Like,
the ultimate paper towel, as the your
Bounty.
bag begins to drench with a red blood. You pull the pamphlet.
130% saturation.
Yes, you pull.
That's for you, Lauren.
You pull the pamphlet out of his pocket, and at the very top of the page, it says "Who Done It," and it's basically a list. And on this list is everything you can imagine. It says spiders, skeletons, gem, me, question mark, and then as you flip the page around, you notice that this is from the city of Undercave, and it seems to be one of the mental doctors, I'll say, like some steps that he can take to better himself from a mental capacity. And they're mostly exercises on memory. They're exercises on, when weird thoughts come about, what to do with them. An example of what's real and what's not real. And down at the bottom is a diagnosis about delusions and paranoia. And it's at this point you realize that he probably just got lost, ended up down here and didn't know what to do with that information. And so he's been sitting here thinking people are coming for him.
You guys killed him.
What an absolute load of bollocks. I reckon I tick off half of these, she throws them behind her head, searches around to see if he's got any money, and then takes off to see what the others are doing.
You robbed them and the other two killed him. I had nothing to do with this.
I need a roll from chat, please, and we'll see how much money he has on him. Now, in the other room, there is a red, it's a pedestal, it looks like. But it's not necessarily manufactured. It's definitely a rock face that has been almost carved and chiseled into just a flat surface. And it appears, based on some of the markings and some of the labeling on it, this used to be, when they were mining down here, the table they would eat at. Riala, you find 29 gold in the pockets of the very innocent underling you killed.
Yoink.
No remorse.
No.
Okay,
And she
thanks.
actually says that as well. She's just like, yoink!
Delirious, thank you for the follow, Delirious. Your roll of 90 will be used in a moment.
Yeah, Delirious.
Delirious gonna get us killed.
So, this is basically a table. There appears to be no other area around you besides these stairs down into the deeper recesses of the cavern.
This is where I found that guy. And then I point to the guy that just got killed. That guy.
Just standing near the table.
Yeah. And then I took an axe.
Weren't you hidden, Curio?
Yeah.
So you just like kind of popped out of nowhere.
Yeah. Hey guys. What is up, my dude?
Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, we are not a fan of that.
Get with it.
Riala's going to be counting the money that she got, and she doesn't even realize she hasn't even gone to the right area. She just starts walking down these stairs, thinking that she's heading towards wherever the guys are.
two.
Not even looking at 1, 2, 3.
You might wish to stop.
So as Riala walks forward, you kind of notice that the floor around your field of vision changes, and you look up, and far enough away in another side corridor, you notice flaming spiders. They haven't noticed you yet, but you have definitely noticed them.
Ooh.
Why did it have to be spiders?
Flaming spider.
As they kind of scurry,
Her gold, pulls out a sword, and she's like, mates. Mates, over here, mates.
Here I go killing again.
Yeah, that's why they call me Stabby.
Instinctively, Curio blends into the shadows as best as he is able to do.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I wonder if I can do something similar.
So is the 67 from Cogswell a sneak check? Holy crap, Reson.
It's like you were literally like, oh, that's how.
Where did everyone go?
It's the joke. It's the Shirley Temple joke where the guy's like, "You just do a little dance like this," and then she's like this? That took me 4 years to learn.
So
As Cogswell turns around and sees that there's no one behind him, Riala's going to try and take a step here and also do the same thing.
go ahead and make your roll.
This needs to work.
That's sneak, yeah?
Yeah.
So I get the bonus? Yeah, alright.
Yeah, you get plus 10 for being a Lamkai. A possessed demon child. Okay, so... So your roll of 77 succeeds against Cogswell's 67. So Cogswell, you are completely alone to your awareness right now. Now, Riala, you can't seem to spot Curio or Reson for whatever reason. And Reson, you can't see exactly where Curio is, but you do see Riala. Cogswell, it's like the world is turning dark around you. You have no idea where anyone just went off to, and now you feel utterly alone in this dark, very warm now cavern.
Proceeding, because Riala was last seen heading this way, I'm going to kind of walk down the stairs a bit.
This is where Ryan gets us all killed.
And since I'm in kind of the same area, I'm assuming I see the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to kind of stop and look at the spiders and look around for a second and go, oh my. I wonder, did the spiders take them?
It is as the old man foretold.
Not again.
It wasn't crazy at all.
So all of you who are hidden, you can move up to 4 squares. Normally it's 8, but while hidden you move half. So you can move up to 4 squares and place yourself where you'd like to be. All right. Now, Riala, as you edge ever closer towards the spiders, you notice that one of them spots you. While you may have been able to fool Cogswell, you are not able to fool these spiders, and so they begin kind of coming after you. Now,
I'm going to throw my head in the bag at them. I'm going to throw my sack at them.
okay.
Make a ranged attack.
Yeah, go ahead and make a ranged attack. This is going to be an odd one, but it's definitely not the first time I've heard that.
Is it just like a regular 1d100 then?
Unnerving.
Yeah, so it'll be, you don't have marksmanship, correct?
No.
Okay.
I got an 8.
All right, so what is the bag made of?
It's just like a hessian sack.
Okay, so as you throw it at these flaming spiders, trying to injure them, the bag gets caught on one of their weird spindly outcroppings, if you will, and proceeds to get tangled, and then is consumed by the fire. And so now the spider nearest you not only has a very slowly melting head atop it, it's also going to try and attack you.
Oi! That's my head!
Ooh. Well,
There you are!
that's not good. So you take a critical hit for 2 damage.
For how much, sorry?
I'm sorry, for 4 damage. You take 4 damage.
Okay.
Now, at this point, let's all go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative.
Yes, indeed, Rooney. I'm gonna roll for all of the Spideys.
Well, a 6
Womp
seems
womp.
appropriate.
Well, hey there, I'm Mr. Spider.
Don't mind me.
Hey, it's me, Mayor B.
Just hanging out with my legs. Them all.
And then what did you get? 6 for Cogswell. Wonderful. Adam rolled a 23. Wonderful. All right.
And I helped.
So our first runner up is Riala. You get to respond to the flaming spider attack.
Oh, Bridges of Death in chat.
Oh, that's
No,
not a
no.
good sign. Bridge of Death in chat. Yeah, Bridge of Death in chat for everybody.
Oh dear.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, I'll just try and stab the one nearest me. Is there any part that I can stab at without accidentally setting myself on fire?
So these spiders aren't necessarily the largest spiders you've ever seen. They're probably about like the size of a poodle, I would guess.
Oh.
So you can definitely stab at them without catching fire. However, if you try and maybe punch one or get closer or tackle one, then yes, you will probably be set ablaze rather.
So the way they are now, those two are actually quite close together, yeah?
Yeah, you can
Like
hit
by my
one
side?
each if you'd like.
Yeah, can I do like one of those, because I got 2 swords, be like,
Oh yeah,
and try and hit one?
absolutely, go for it. Roll 2 attacks.
Roll.
85 is a wonderful hit. 79 is another good hit. You do 5 damage each, correct?
Yep.
Cool. They are still up, but they have definitely lost some of their flaming legs. Now, instead of being arachnids, they're
Flaming pods.
Wait, arachnids doesn't do it. Never mind. That was a bad
I was
joke.
waiting to see where you went with that because I knew it was
You
going
guys-
to derail.
So, it really did. The gears were going, and then they just got locked up. Like, oh, what have I done?
That was like the classic loading screen freeze.
My brain started buffering. So after Riala, we have Risan.
Am I able to sneak to this spot, just one over, to try and get a sneak attack on this one?
Which one?
This catty corner, diagonal
Yes.
one. Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Go ahead and roll
then-
your sneak attack attempt.
Let's see how sneaky I am. Super sneaky, y'all.
That is just awful. Now, because you are hidden, you do get a +10 bonus to that, but it's still not enough to land. Now, the good news is you're still hidden.
Actually, you know, it's funny. That matches chat's last roll.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Are you
funny.
are you trying to make me use chat's roll for its armor rating?
I'll just be quiet. What were you saying?
Just be quiet.
I mean, so
I don't know what it is.
I do need you to make another sneak check though to make sure you maintain your hidden status.
Doing great.
I will give the 23 against that roll, so you stay hidden.
All right.
After
Now
that
I'm going to.
is
Now I
Curio.
Well, no, don't I get to attack? Because I was going in for an attack.
Oh, I thought your 13 was the attack.
Nah, that was my sneak.
Oh, then yeah, you're not hidden anymore.
Okay, cool. Then I just attack them normal.
Yeah. Are you going to use the 32 for your attack?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, that does hit. So how
Next roll
much
was
damage
worse.
do you deal?
14.
That is a significant amount of damage, but it is still up.
Oh my, these things are tricky. No, we're fine. We're still fine. Nothing to worry about.
After Risan, now it is Curio.
I was looking in the starter guide and I couldn't find it. What penalties would I be at to throw a non-throwable weapon? Just curious, just throwing it out there. Not to give you any idea what I'm thinking.
There are no penalties for doing that. The damage might be weird, but there's no penalty for trying to throw something.
Well, I wanna huck this underling great axe or whatever at the spider right in front there.
Nothing could possibly
No.
wrong.
I love this so much.
Definitely gonna get in the back of the head with an axe.
Yeah, so go ahead, make your marksmanship roll for this. Now, I need one roll from chat, please.
And it's just the straight D100, right?
Yep.
Don't be sorry.
43
Man,
against...
we really used all those good rolls goofing around.
But I am hidden.
All right, so technically, the 38 is a hit. Now, the spider is going to get... the spider behind it is going to get a chance to dodge, and that's what the 43 is for. So he does dodge away. So you don't do, the classic spike line of enemies impaled like a shish kebab or something. But you do deal 18 additional damage to this spider, which is quite an obscene amount of damage for it, and it dies. It is now impaled. And Risan, there is now a underling great axe sticking out of a spider in front of you.
Hey, I like that.
That was wonderful. After Curio, would you like to move anywhere?
I get 8.
Yep.
I'm gonna go stand next to my axe so I can get it back.
Oh, I mean, welcome.
Now, if you would like, you can pick it up again, since you did move over to it and you haven't moved all 8 squares.
Heck yeah, I do.
All right, so you just threw a great axe at a spider, obliterated it, and then walked over and picked it up, ready for more battle.
I just didn't want to carry it, those 4 squares.
There you go. That's a great way to look at that.
To be fair, I did soften it up a bit for you.
Cage softened it up a bit for us.
No, Kage was attacking this one, right?
Both
No,
of
I
them.
attacked
You both work together.
Wait, have we all been hitting the same one?
You have, yes.
Ah, okay. Teamwork.
Possibly I hit one of them with a head. I'm not really sure which one though.
It wasn't so much a hit, more of like placing it on there, like a light
I
toss.
decorated one of them.
You decorate. I love it. All right, so the spiders now are going to swarm around you guys. I'm moving the dead one around so I can show where everything is.
Oh, it's just on the wall, huh?
Yep, it's going to leap right at you. So the first spider against Risan, 76 is definitely a hit against you. You are going to
get
take...
us out of here!
You take 2 damage.
Oh no.
Curio, you are suffering the same fate Riala did. You have a crit against you for 4 damage.
Boo.
And then Riala, you are going to suffer 2 more damage as well from the 89 they rolled.
Would you stop hitting me?
And their response to that statement is simply like,
Is that spider for FU?
I don't speak spider, I just repeat what they say.
I am just a conduit for their hate.
Yes. Now, Cogswell, you've noticed all of the craziness happening in front of you. What do you do now seeing spiders that are ablaze attacking your comrades?
I am going to move here, and I'm going to cast Shock on the one in front of Risan.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
So, hold my hands up and cast my spell.
That is a hit.
76.
How much
That is
damage?
10 points of electricity.
Well, you deal a significant amount to that one. Still up, though.
Oh, thank you so much, Old One. We are eternally grateful.
Wait, you mean Riala and Curio?
Yes, all three of us here are grateful.
Oh, okay.
Turning back to...
It's good to see you all again. I thought the spiders had kidnapped you.
No, we were just standing a few feet next to you.
I should probably get my eyes checked.
Probably.
Riala, you're back up.
No, I don't want him to.
I'm going to stab the one closest to me with both of my stuff.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Chat has determined that the spiders can teleport, dodge, explode, and leap. So, sorry for their new abilities. Yeah. All right, so
chat.
Kage, Riala has rolled a 48 and a 53, which are another good set of attacks against the two different spiders or one spider.
At this time, we're going to go for just the one.
Okay.
Riala's basically going to be like, you know what? You are really annoying the crap out of me. And
so you hit and you knock a couple more legs off of the one that you've already damaged. So you've done 15 damage to this thing. Excellent job. Moving onward, Risan, you're up.
Let us squish this spider like a bug. No, I thought it sounded cool. Don't.
Go ahead and roll. 79 is a hit. How much damage?
14 to the boy in front.
It is now half of a spider.
Oh, good job. No, you did great. You did great.
Curio, you're up.
I want to summon a zombie. I want to summon a spider zombie.
Oh no! Chat! We've added zombie to it now.
Flaming leaping zombie spider.
Yes.
I want to summon this.
That one's in half. Are you sure?
Or no, this one. This
There
spider
you go.
zombie.
Yeah.
To attack that spider zombie.
Okay.
It says I get them for 5 rounds.
Perfect. So it's going to take its
So
turn
5
after
beers
you.
and he's done.
And so I'm going to use chat's roll of 83. Good job, Silentiach. Silent H. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. So 83 is a hit for 2 additional damage to the one in front of you.
Yeah.
You have a zombie spider, which I'll go ahead and just very, very quickly notate.
Got a zombo spider.
That means zombie. So, after Curio's turn with Spider Zombie, it is the non-zombified spider's turn. And so, Riala, to you, another hit for 4 damage. You are not doing great there. And Curio, this is to you. What's your armor rating?
22.
All right. You take an additional 2 damage.
But I have the zombie spider, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's worth it.
What are you gonna name him?
Cranberry.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
He's in your head.
Oh my.
Let me think about it for a round.
Riala, you can now seek retribution.
His name is Boomer.
Oh wait, sorry, I skipped Cogswell. My bad. Cogswell, you get an attempt
What am I attempting?
to finish
You
off
want
a
it?
spider or 2.
Neat. Can I shoot past party members?
Depends on what you're shooting with.
My spell?
Yes.
I would ask that you walk past me first.
No.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna wander down this way. Everything must be organized and in order, so I'm going after the middle fellow.
Okay.
If you mess this up, you attack the zombie.
21 to hit does not land. You hit some of the rocks further off in the cavern, causing a slight cave-in. But it's behind the spiders, thankfully, and you didn't intend to go further into that cavern anyhow. Are you going to shoot again, since you have dosed hands?
No, because I am out of potency.
That'll do it. Riala, now is your time for your retribution.
Right then, it's about time we turn you into a flaming football, which actually sounds quite painful. And she's going to have another go at the spider directly in front of her. Oh shit.
Excellent hit. And you have another one too if you would like to. However, your next hit would probably be against the next spider, seeing as how you've killed the one in front of you.
Yeah.
Excellent job. And that other hit of 30 deals an additional 5 damage there too. It is back to Risan's turn.
Okay, let's make good use of this axe. I said good use. What are you doing?
So as Risan swings his axe in front of him to try and attack the spider, it's almost as though one of his joints completely pops out of place, and his arm goes swinging wildly in the wrong direction. The axe lands, instead of on the spider, on rocks to his immediate right. So you're trying to recover from that now.
Pardon me, sorry.
Curio, you and Zombie Spider is up, which chat has named Boomer. So there's that.
I want to call it Merriam-Webster,
Merriam-Webster's really good.
but I regenerate 11 of that potency from last round, yes?
Correct.
I just
Or
woke up.
stamina.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, Ray, were you
potency.
counting potency?
Yeah, 'cause I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will swing, since I'm holding this battle axe, I will swing at this spider directly in front of me
Okay.
to see what happens. What happens? Roll 20. Tell me.
Just waiting.
I typed it.
Wait for
I
roll
entered it.
20.
Roll 20 has a great sense of dramatic tension.
Yeah.
I know you guys can't hear the music, the cast members right now, but it got to the point where in the song it's just like it drops for a second and goes bum ba bum. So 71 is the roll. You land with a 71, dealing 18 damage, and basically the spider not only curls up as it dies, but it's almost like the legs are bowling pins being hit by a bowling ball, and so they just kind of all fling into the air. Your zombie spider is the only spider left in this room now.
All right, one more to kill.
I mean, he's dead.
How does that work?
Can I just make him eat his friend?
You can if you would like.
Yeah. Let's have him go to town. He should get a nice dead meal.
Aw. So the spider starts consuming its other friend, and I don't know.
That is unfortunate.
Maybe a minute goes by, and the zombie spider becomes a regular dead spider again.
But a full regular dead spider.
Yep. It looks like it feasted well. Now,
Took him a sizzler before he.
Give him one last lunch.
So that is all that's left in this area of the cavern. Nothing that would indicate a cult, however.
Well, you said these spiders were flaming, so do they have some sort of internal organ or something that allows them to become flaming?
Well, you could look at this one that I chopped in two.
To the best
like,
of
there's like fish that glow. They have like the bioluminescence and all that. So that's why I'm wondering if they have something similar to that.
roll a potency check for me.
Yes!
To say bioluminescent.
I
mean, it's a
do.
good word.
There you go.
Ray has a list of words he has to say during a stream. It's his quota.
I get paid.
I usually have a pun quota.
Have you heard about bioluminescence?
Here we're
my
gonna
dear,
talk
you're
about-
radiant like bioluminescent algae.
Have you heard of transcendentalism? So, Cogswell, with a roll of 90, you're able to identify specifically the organ in these spiders that allow them to not only be aflame, but also resist fire. There is only one that you see that is still in place amongst the corpses. Thankfully, it's the one from Curio's zombie spider.
Perfect. So I immediately pull out of my satchel. Yes, I'm taking liberties here. I'm going to take a small tube and a spring. I'm going to put the spring in the tube and I'm going to load that organ in there so that I can attempt to mechanic the ability to use the smolder spell once.
Roll
Like a what you call it, a Roman candle.
roll a machining check.
Yes.
Wow.
95 works. So as you guys are finishing up and all that, Cogswell runs over, grabs part of the spider, inspects it, and then proceeds to basically manufacture a little Roman candle out of nothing, it seems. He MacGyvered this thing. It's great.
Aha! Invention.
So, where do you guys go now? The cult does not appear to be these congregation of spiders.
I'm both impressed and terrified.
Is there any sign of human activity down here? Or humanoid activity?
Not in these two caverns the spiders were in. Now, you did notice...
Just going to inch past. Hello, anything sexy or menacing happening in here?
The rocks don't respond at all.
No, we're fine.
Now,
Not to you.
Riala's the only one that didn't notice because she was focused on the decapitated head she had procured. But all the rest of you noticed another stairway leading to another part of the cave.
Well, let's go look there.
All right.
I do wonder, are you a bit bitten? Do you need a moment?
Will you turn into a zombie spider as well?
Is that how it works?
I mean,
Backing away.
I turned it into the zombie.
I mean,
Could you do that?
I don't remember starting this with like this blood's mine, right? It's just like
The singed,
It's not
burnt parts
real.
of you are indicative of the damage dealt.
By the way, were you able to recover the head?
Are you-
it's kind of melted, isn't it?
So yeah, the flesh is totally melting, but the skull's good.
I feel like that might still be impactful.
It's well preserved.
Because, I mean, when you see bones, you think something used to be here.
I mean, it used to be a face like 3 minutes ago.
You know,
Not
I reckon
wrong.
we could start.
3.5 minutes ago, that face was talking.
If you're desperate
Yeah.
enough, it's a bowl.
Or I could just use it to try and get like dessert or something. I'll collect some more heads while we're down here. And then once I've used like one head to get free dinner, then I'll use a skull and I get dessert, you know? She plucks it off and ties it on a...
Little
Yep.
cherry on top.
I've heard there's some out there that can shrink those down and make them travel-sized.
Does it make it big again? Or does it just stay small?
No, I don't think he's telling the truth. I think he is a bit crazy.
As you guys are
Oh,
discussing
hello, Bunch.
the logistics of shrinking skulls and using them to get meals, You notice Curio has marched off, and as you do so, you follow him instinctively. And as you peer down into this area, you notice that there is a small glowing orb, and in a circle around the orb are skeletons laid, head closest to the orb, feet furthest away from the orb.
Well, good news is, it looks like we're all going to get dessert, because I reckon there's enough scars for all of us.
If we remember correctly, you said the crazed man on his paper had a few things written that I do believe we are seeing. Spiders, skeletons, Jim, and I guess him was one of them, but we have taken care of 2 of those things.
Jim?
There's a big glowy rock in the distance. Oh wait, I can't see that. Never mind. 3 things. Skellies.
You actually do see a light coming from far off, and you guys kind of just instinctively walk forward. And looking around, you see exactly that. There's a gem in the wall of significant size, and it's bizarre that it would have been left behind considering the mining operation that had been going on here. The skeletons, I don't know what to tell you about, but the gem definitely seems out of place. I mean, the skeletons seem out of place too, but let's be serious. The gem's weirder.
Well, given the situation, Curio's gonna do what he does best and, like, ninja smoke vanish. It's only a 65, though. That's embarrassing.
If I have learned from your teachings.
Embarrassing.
Everyone else needs to roll a sneak check as well.
You get better with the sneak, I get better with the axe.
Oh, now our feelings are hurt. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll take care of it later.
So basically what happens is Curio just like crouches slightly, and Risan and Riala are like, what are you doing? And Cogswell's like, where'd they go?
Not again.
So
I'm gonna use my sneak movement to place myself here,
okay.
as I am distrustful of a circle of skellies.
As you near the circle
So
of
you get
skeletons,
closer to them?
I'm readying my axe to be just ready to start smashing.
roll a potency check, Risan.
Oh no.
Yeah, you didn't learn anything from Arc 1, did you?
Never.
When in doubt. So,
When in
Risan,
doubt, dump all your points.
If it glows, stay away from it.
Risan, your 64 was rolled against Silent H's 92. And so as you ebb ever closer to the orb, your potency is drained completely. You now have 0 potency. And now your stamina is drained to 0 as well. You take 4 points of damage as your life force and physical stature are absorbed by this orb, and then a beam of translucent yellow light shoots forward at the gem on the wall.
This is bad.
As this happens, everyone is in amazement as you see Risan's, the armor he's wearing at least, slowly look more dingy. And the stone wall the gem is located in kind of moves backward into itself and then slides open, revealing a small passageway behind it.
Oh.
No.
Do you suppose this is evidence of a cult?
Oh, I hoped. I do not feel well.
You don't look well either.
1, 2, 3.
I'm going to leave this spot. Oh my goodness. Do we need to take a breather?
I mean, no.
I mean, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Riala is burnt. Cogswell's totally fine. Curio's relatively okay, and Risan, you're iffy.
It feels as if all of our energy was taken.
I mean, that looks like a cult. We could use that as our definitive answer. Yeah.
I would avoid that area if I was very tired.
It sounds like a plan to me. And Riala just literally just sits down, spreads her legs out, just like,
I will just lean very angularly against this wall.
How long do you guys rest for?
Curio, while they rest, should we take a peek down that stairwell?
Don't talk to me, old man, and yes.
Excellent, my dude.
does resting actually allow me to get any health back?
Not exactly. It takes a significant amount of time.
Dang.
So, exactly how long are you guys resting? And Curio and Cogswell, are you leaving them behind?
I don't think we're going down.
No, we're just gonna take a peek.
Yeah, we'll just look down that hole.
Oh, okay. So, peering down the staircase built into what appears to be a dais of some kind, you definitely smell that the air is cleaner down there for whatever reason. You don't hear anything, but you do have an uneasy feeling gazing down the stairway.
Well, what do you make of this, Curio?
Stairs.
Indeed. Boy, they thought I was the senile one.
So, those skeletons seem to have given up their life force energies to open this passageway. So those were probably people at one. Actual and whole.
Safe assumption, yes.
So I'm thinking it's not a sexy fun cult.
No. I think we've worked past that.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
But why? What's that old crazy dude? Maybe he's crazy because he opened the death cult door.
Well, he used to be crazy.
Now he's
sane.
Now he's just dead.
You doing any ventriloquism with the skull, by the way?
I don't have. You go first. You're more experienced in this thing.
I don't know where this rumor started.
I mean,
I know nothing about cults.
But you know about stairs. You're clearly a tinkerer.
Well,
someone built these stairs.
You're not wrong.
Here,
take one of these. Should we gather the others?
You're the stair connoisseur.
Are these braziers affixed to the ground, or are they movable?
The stairs?
The brazier things, the light sources.
They're not.
I really want to know if I just push it down the stairs and make it light up down there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's totally doable.
Yeah, let's
do that.
All right.
Help.
So you take some time and you do it to where you're not necessarily winded or anything like that, and you get it to the precipice of the stairs and you just push and yeet all of the coals down. And you notice that the coals aren't hot. They're definitely some sort of magical light. And they now pepper the stairway all the way down, illuminating the way very easily. You can see that these stairs, as you gaze ever further, are better kept the lower they go.
Seeing that the things are not hot, I would like to go over to the south, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
Grab a handful of magical coals and then look down the stairs again.
Okay.
Just so I have a pocket full of magic coal.
You look down, you see the same thing, but this time you're holding magical sources of light.
Yeah. Cogswell, we should probably have the dudes with us.
Yes, quite right you are.
I'll go
Let's
get
go
them.
check on them. Reeson was dying the last I saw him.
So, how much hit points are you guys looking to regain?
I mean, I'm at 14. I feel like
I am not waiting 6 hours.
What were you at, Riala?
10.
Okay. So it's 1 hit point every hour. So it's up to you guys.
I guess it's more of what Rihala is comfortable with, since I'm at a higher number.
If I could get maybe 3 or 4, I reckon that'd be fine.
3 or 4. That's it. We live here now. This is our new home.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
It's got a fancy door.
Somewhat defensible.
Every time you
Dog
leave, you
spiders.
have to, sacrifice somebody.
Only if you're on the wrong side of the door. I'm just throwing that out there.
How about we say 2, and you guys just got super interested looking down that hallway.
Well, you guys
door.
could come in here. You guys could come into the secret area, so you're not exposed by the skeleton soul-sucking gem. Rest for 3 hours. We could look around and then rest for 2.
There you go.
Just a thought. Because I wouldn't be
You are
remiss.
amazingly intelligent.
I wouldn't be remiss to take some of those health things back.
So in total, you guys rest for about 5 hours. So you guys each regain 5 health points. Now,
The guy at the bar is gonna think we're dead.
well, he also wasn't anticipating you guys going down for 15 minutes and coming back. So
I mean, we did have that plan.
I'm assuming my magic and stamina are back to normal, right?
yeah, everyone's potency and stamina are back to full.
Coolio.
So
when the guys come back to see what we're doing, what they'll see, Rihanna's going to be holding the skull. It's going to be looking at her, and she'll be like, "Well, I reckon that this is actually quite a nice place to stay." And then she's going to move the skull and go, "Well, I think it's a little weird." I think it's pretty weird to be talking to yourself. And the skull's going to be like, "Well, I think it's a bit weird too." And then she's going to turn and look at Reeson and turn the skull at the same time to look at him, so that they're both just staring at him.
No, I don't think anyone knows. No. It's just a funny joke. We just laugh. Funny.
that was the most awkward and bizarre interchange I've ever seen.
Meanwhile, Curio and Cogswell are just standing in the doorway, wide-eyed, nah, I think we're gonna go on by ourselves now.
You're leaving me with this guy? Oh.
The cave has consumed them.
Yep.
All right, so at the end of the 5 hours, you guys get back up. Do you go down into the bleak black, well-illuminated stairway?
Yeah.
We're stealing plenty of light rocks, apparently.
Yes. Everyone has pocketed the light rocks.
I
So,
like Adam's idea.
as you descend the stairway, you hear the telltale sounds
Of sexy cult?
someone doing some chanting.
Nope.
Not
I
the
have
good
not.
chanting either.
I have not ruled out sexy chanting yet.
And so as you finally near the bottom of the stairway, which the stairway on the screen is simply a trick of the eyes. Who looks in first?
Not it.
Sneak powers activate.
Let me get a roll from chat, please.
Boo.
Well, you never know.
I did good, and now I'm bad. Hate it.
That's the way.
I just love that everyone who doesn't have sneak has been sneaking better.
Nope.
Ray Shinobi with the 38. So,
wait.
Curio,
Yeah, never mind.
you are hidden. Cogswell, you are not.
Yeah.
Cogswell's never hidden.
Yes. So, Curio, what do you do?
I just want to kind of like Three Stooges poke my head out this door. Give a look left and look right.
All right. Now, as you do so, there are several things that you notice, and I will go over each and every one of them in brief detail. As you gaze in, you notice that there is a cultist summoner who is currently in the midst of a chant. He seems to be bringing something forward. On the far end is what appears to be a portal wreathed in purple flame and magical aura, just undulating with all sorts of chaotic, zappy noises and visual effects. In the middle of what appears to be some sort of mystical table, there is another smaller pool of energy in the center, and floating atop it is a mysterious-looking gem. The cultist appears to not be an underling, but in fact, some kind of Risan. They are usually of his type, naturally resilient to magic. There is a large, very menacing-looking shadow. It's basically complete darkness with humanoid shape. And as the cultist is chanting in a language you don't really quite understand, the shadow speaks very plainly to him.
You have brought me forth. For what purpose, I must ask? You know the price.
What do you do with this information?
Let's see. What would the worst choice I could make?
There it is.
I want to whisper, super quiet to it looks like Risan and Riala right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
The diamond in the rough.
I just want to be there's a demon over there and the summoner, and I'm gonna throw an axe at this gem. It's gonna be great. Watch. And then I'm gonna throw an axe at the gem.
All right. Now,
Not the big axe. Oh yeah, the big axe. Why not?
there you go. Riala, what is your roll of 107 for?
That was for Snake.
All right, you are very well hidden. So go ahead and make a ranged attack there, Curio.
I'm gonna do it with the axe.
Now keep in mind, if anyone has enough points to cash in, you can have him re-roll this. So
Probably have him re-rolled it.
well, maybe.
Plus
So-
10 because I'm hidden, right?
Yes, you get a plus 10 because you're hidden, which is still not enough to nail the gem, though.
Can I chuck
Instead,
in plus 10 potency?
so he's throwing the axe. He's not trying to do anything magical.
Okay, so that would be stamina. Can you do that?
Because if you were throwing it, you could up to your
right,
level.
okay.
Oh
gotcha.
my! All right, so some Jay Crutchfield granted a reroll. Make it happen, Curio.
Whoever
Reroll
that
that
is.
sheet.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
You can't affect yourself. It's okay.
All right, so I'm adding 10 to this roll. Plus, I can wager my stamina.
Up to your level. So in this case, it's
So,
only a +1 bonus.
I mean, I'll do it because
You never know.
1 to 1. So
Yeah.
I'm adding 11 to this roll.
It beats a 1.
Mm-hmm.
11 to the roll. What the?
Wow.
Not better.
I only have 1K. Damn it.
Oh my, Leo. All right, if we really want this gem down, go ahead and re-roll it again.
Something cool happened. Dang it.
Episode 460.
Hold on.
100.
Hold on. Okay, sorry. My thing went crazy.
Yeah.
All right, one more time. One more. Do I have to wager it again?
Just the 1 point. Nothing nuts. Or it's the same one, but from before.
Okay.
It's a re-roll.
Yeah, can we get a 16? Just
All right, here we go.
Silent H with the here comes a 15.
What?
Oh no!
So the rolls in order are 20, 18, or 19 technically, and 12.
What
or
the butts?
Yeah, that's wonderful. Wow. Okay, so what's going to happen is what originally should have happened. The axe goes sailing past the mysterious gem and plants itself firmly in the Shadow's chest, dealing 18 points of damage and infuriating it. Wait, that's a sneak attack, actually. So it does 36 points of damage, which is a lot of damage. And it responds with,
Intruders, obliterate them for me.
I would look back at the party and go, I got some good news and some bad news.
Touch nothing but the lamp.
So, now, this being the case, everyone go ahead and roll initiative. And let's see, let's get a roll from chat for the initiative for the enemies here.
Oh, now I get the big roll.
Oh,
I'm gambling. I roll 100 right now.
Oh man, 93, 71, 66, and 30. All right, 57 for the one of the enemies. The cultist will go on 57, and one more roll for the shadow.
The shadow knows.
So while we're doing this, more than likely, Risan, you are first, so go ahead and take your turn.
Should we attack the gem or the man?
Who are you talking to?
Just quickly asking Curio, who's been looking around in there.
I mean, the man called the shadow. I think the gem controls the shadow.
Would I be able to reach that, or would I have to? That's a couple squares in. I think I'm gonna try and kill a guy. Alright, here we go. Hello. Don't mind me inside of your space. I'm either in the wall or inside you. Your choice.
That is absolute what she said.
Boo.
Oh my gosh.
So Risan takes a swing with his axe and sails over the cultist. Again, it's like his joint just pops out a little bit. You don't know if he's quite out of shape or what's going on there, but it's definitely not good.
Just readjust and we'll try again.
After this, it is Cogswell's turn.
Proceed down the rest of the stairs to the group, and what seems to be going on? Oh my! What's he doing in there?
At the moment, it appears he is playing with his axe, and that's about it.
So are these friends then?
We could use a little bit of help in here.
Oh, very well then. I'll move right there. And I know nothing about what happened with the gem, so what do you need my assistance with, Risan?
Murder the man or the gem, your call.
I will fire at the gem then with my fire tube.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have marksmanship?
I do not.
Do you have elementalism?
I do.
I'll let that be a crit for elementalism. So,
Yay! 20.
Using your fire tube, aka, tinkered up Roman candle, you hold it just so in front of you, and it springs forth the flaming gland from the spiders from earlier, knocking the mysterious gem off of the table about here and falling towards the ground. The shadow tries to grab it, but rolls a 3, which is just terrible. And the mysterious gem shatters into many small pieces.
Ray invented an RPG.
He did.
Shoulder mounted.
Yeah. Now, as the gem is obliterated, the portal behind the shadow closes immediately. The shadow is very angry because now its way home is destroyed.
We assume that would take him with him.
You were
that
wrong.
was terrible.
Riala, your turn, not Rihanna. That's a different one shot. That's the one shot where we play as famous rappers and artists.
Yes.
Please. Dibs on Rick Astley.
No.
Am I still covered by my snake?
Yes, you are.
Right. Riala is going to
You've got enough to make it to him.
pick up the skull that she's holding. All right, party. It's totally on you now. And she's gonna lob it right at the cultist, hopefully distracting him completely.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment she lets go, she's gonna leg it up to here and slide in underneath.
Okay. So you are definitely hidden. Roll a ranged attack for the cultist.
Come on, crit.
Oh, that's not how you spell roll.
Rule.
So she throws the skull and it goes sailing through the air, landing squarely on top of the cultist's head, dealing 5 damage to him. Good job on that front. And he is well distracted. Go ahead and roll a new sneak check. Now, I was reminded of the movie Mystery Men as you did that, just so you know.
39.
Cool. You believe yourself to be hidden. The cultist is up next. And so he's going to turn to you, Risan. And
Hello, fellow Reson.
He just shakes his head no and produces in front of him a what was it? Sorry, hold on. Gotta reference a note. He pulls forth a scythe.
Oh my.
Lucky duck.
Where were you putting that thing?
Not from his person. He pulls it out from like the desk, underneath the desk, which is not better. I know that full well.
Literally satchel of infinite space.
Yes. He pulls out a small mucusy child and is like, nope, not that one. So he takes a swing at you using said weapon. He gets a +5. Is that a hit? 55.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
Ooh.
Lucky duck. You are hit.
Keep saying that.
Because you're like a duck. You are hit for 12 damage, Risan.
Ooh. I dare say that hurts quite a bit.
Good thing we took that break.
Mm-hmm. After that, it is the Shadow's turn. The Shadow glides forward, moving over the summoner and over the table.
Crow.
He is now in front of Cogswell and Curio, and he is going to take his attacks.
Cogswell did it.
I'm like trying to hand Curio the tube.
This is you. What are your armor ratings? They're not above 35, right?
They're not above
What you
23.
roll?
Okay. So 77 and 81 to each of you.
Hey, Chad, have you heard of a TPK?
Yeah.
So if those are hits, you each take 5 damage.
That hit me.
Yep.
Perfect. Then you take 5 damage each. After that,
He knows
it
they
is
hit.
yeah. After that is Curio's turn.
Did he bring the axe back with him?
The axe is still sticking out of his person. Yes.
What's it gonna take for me to grab it out of him and then bring it right back into him?
You are going to have to make a stamina check.
If you wiggle it, will it just like do more damage?
Maybe if you pry it out with another axe.
Don't you bring that evil
You
on me,
should
Ricky
ask
Bobby.
him a question.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a stamina check to get it out.
All right, go for it.
Just straight stamina, right?
Yep, you have to wager up to your maximum stamina, whatever number within that range.
Well, this looks like I'm gonna wager 11.
Okay. Can I get a roll from chat, please, which will be its opposed stamina check?
100. Here we go.
Silent H asked if it has any vulnerable spots. The most vulnerable spot will be the spot the axe is sticking out of. And so, Curio, as you reach up with a 16 to try and pry the axe free, with its roll of 20, thanks to Silent H, it maneuvers away from you, so you're unable to grab it. You can still try and make another attack if you'd like, but that
can I
kind of
use
costs your movement.
my light axe as an attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna try swinging the iron axe here. I'm getting that other one back though. 81.
That is a hit. You deal 5 damage, right?
8 damn.
Okay. Cool. After Curio's turn, we're back to Risan.
I should have bought potions. That's just what Risan is thinking.
Aloud.
Hello, getting all in your personal space again. Let's try this me killing you thing without the you killing me.
52 is a hit.
It's 14 damage.
Okie dokie.
It would be 18 if someone had traded me something.
Too bad. After Risan's turn, it is our good old Tinker Wrench's turn.
Yas. So I'm trying to look something up real quick. A new feature that we had talked about. Did it actually get added? Where you can, overload your spells?
Yes, you can. It's a 1-to-1.
By the way, could I have used my movement to like whoop, 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 whoop around the table?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry, Ray, it's 10-to-1.
So 10 extra potency for 1 extra damage?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to do that because that would be ill-used. So Tinker Wrench holds out both hands and casts 2 shocks, just using all my potency at once. Hand 1, hand 2.
Okay.
I hope you're doing finger guns.
Yeah.
That's the only way to truly cast spells.
But sideways though. Like,
Oh yeah, you gotta be cool about it.
Yeah.
yeah. My dudes.
Oh god.
So 47 and 54 are indeed hits. How much damage? And this is to the shadow, correct?
To the shadow, yes, and that would be 20 points of damage.
Okay. So as Curio takes another swipe at the shadow, you back up a bit and unleash a flurry of electricity at the shadow, which actually catches on the underling great axe sticking out of the shadow and goes up from the conductive properties of the metal into the shadow and proceeds to zap him from the inside out. And as it does so, the shadow's form dissipates with the electricity moving through it, and the shadow is no more. The underling great axe falls to the ground in front of you.
Dibs!
It's already mine.
I
can
still
use it
have
more.
ownership.
He's got a very long scythe, and it hurts very much.
Turning around, the cultist sees Risan has ran away and looking around doesn't want to throw its scythe because then it would be weaponless, and instead throws the skull it was using as a focus a moment ago at Risan.
Who throws a skull, really?
What's your armor rating, Risan?
48.
Risan, if I remember right, you took, 12 damage earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna take 5 damage here.
Oof.
I know what you're thinking. I
know. And so, as the cultist throws his skull, it nails Risan square in the back. And his top half falls to the ground. The bottom half falls as well. It's as though he was cut in half by the skull that the cultist threw. With that, it is Curio's turn.
An amazing skull.
He threw a skull and bent this man in half.
Chopped him in half.
Cool. Speaking of chopping, I'm gonna pick up this axe.
Perfect.
And for lack of really anything else to do, the shadow's gone, right? Like I couldn't.
I'm meant to go to Cogswell.
Zombie shadow.
Yeah, the shadow's completely gone.
All right, I'm gonna pick up this axe and come up to the cultist guy and give him a whack with the axe.
Go ahead and roll that beautiful attack footage.
Ooh, boy. Because this has been going so well.
87 is a hit. You hit the cultist for 18 points of damage, decapitating him as retribution for having your friend.
I got my head. I got my head.
Oh no, someone, quickly! Heal Risan. He seems to have been chopped in half. Maybe we can put his lower half on ice and have it reattached.
That's the worst case of chopped in half I ever seen.
As you near closer, Risan's bottom half and top half kind of sit up, seemingly. It's very bizarre.
Oh, I dare say that was a close one. Are you all right? Yes, I'm fine. Oh, good. I was worried about you.
Wait, what was that skull? Why'd that skull do?
Oh, it just broke the structural integrity of our armor.
I don't like it.
Yes, but we should be able to put it back together.
What was that, Kage?
Yes, it would be unfortunate if news such as this was to get out above ground. Well, above cave, anyways.
I'll be quiet, but you're not getting a larger cut just because there's two of you.
No, we're used to splitting things between us.
So, which one's Ree and which one's Son?
Well, it's really a clever fake name we used to disguise ourselves. two underlings on top of each other. We're a reson, you get it? Honestly, after all this time, I do forget our real names. We've been doing this for years. This is really the first time trouble has come up. Except for we almost got caught in that bathroom because, it's troublesome. It's very sticky, too.
I'm terrified. Yes, logisticy.
Well, as you can see, I'm the top half, and we got a few levers and pulleys, and apparently we're back together again.
So you guys discuss the inner workings of Risan's mechanical structure and how he's operated for so long as two beings, all the way back to the tavern bar in Undercave where the mission began. And so you arrive back.
I definitely picked that skull.
For those watching at
home.
Okay,
And,
Kage picks up that skull.
Oh yeah, and as we walk in, I am gonna lob it straight into the table that did not share with me earlier on.
So it's been a couple of hours, so they're actually not there anymore.
That was disappointing.
But their food is. Apparently the bar service is terrible here.
For those of you in the chat, yes, that was two underlings piloting essentially a mech suit of armor.
So, Riala, seeing as how you're the first one to enter, your contact, the intelligence operative, says,
So, what was it? Was it a cult? Obviously you have a skull now, so something went wrong, unless you found a skull. Just
I'm
sitting
afraid
there.
it was not sexy kind.
I put one whole cultist's body on his table.
Riala, talk to me. What happened down there?
Well, alright, it's like this. So first of all, there was a crazy man, then there were spiders, and then there was a shadow and a gem, and an axe flying through the air, which didn't really do anything particularly good. But then a couple of things went boom. Someone may or may not have fallen into two pieces, and here we go, dead cultist. Simple.
Risan's gauntlets
there was
are
a
moving
cultist.
slowly, trying to count along.
So there was a cultist then? There was a whole cult?
Well, we only found...
I mean, maybe.
There are remains, maybe, but I'm pretty sure they're all dead.
At the very least, there was one very motivated self-starter.
There was a portal that was open to somewhere.
There
Excellent.
was a portal.
We could
No punch.
Well, regardless of what was there or what wasn't there, you guys took care of it. And just as I promised, you guys will have a better status here in Undercave. You guys will operate in so much glory now knowing that I was right. I tell you what, go home, get some rest. I'll come seek you out with all of the trappings of your new position here in Undercave. Thank you so much for doing that.
Wonderful. Would there be any complimentary food? We are very hungry and tired from our adventure, aren't we all?
Yes, I'll talk to the barkeep now. Thank you.
Oh, also, you guys want some food too, or was
Food
it
for all.
just us?
Food for everybody.
With all of this newfound status and wealth, I do hope that perhaps one day far in the future, one of my children's children might live above ground, even above that, seeking solace amongst the stars.
Well, all right, bye.
I mean, first you would have to find one of the sexy cults to do that.
Indeed. Imagine a tinker-wrench tinkering amongst the stars. Well, that'd be something silly you would hear in like a Starfinder game.
Ah, yes.
Indeed.
Out of character references. We understand that very well. We are going to get food.
So, real quick, this is the end of our adventure, obviously, but Kage,
Dang it, Ray.
the Lewis explanation, like from Ant-Man, was So great.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
All right, so this is what happened, right? It was wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for participating. I hope you enjoyed the playtest. We're gonna go to our outro here in a moment. We are gonna hang out just for a minute and kind of review, talk. So don't jump ship just yet if you have questions about the game. But if you haven't ever played Shattered Dawn, you can check it out online, shatterdawn.com, shatteredtabletopgames.com, all that stuff. If you would like to know more information about our show, we stream every Tuesday night on Twitch, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check it out on wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. It's all over the place. Guys, I want to give you a huge shout out, all of you. You all stream and do so many things. I love all of you guys' content. Check out J Crutchfield 12 on Twitch, The Game Kage on Twitch, Leo Effects, right, Ray? That's the Twitch handle.
Ray, not on Twitch.
On Twitch.
He watch the Leo Effects, or listen to the Leo Effects podcast. That's where we can find more of Ray. And then also check out both Twitch channels, the Dat Network and The Real Gobshite on Twitch. Guys, excellent job tonight. There was a lot of chaos and a lot of really weird moments. It was so wonderful. So we will go right now to our outro. Thank you again for watching, for participating. We will see you guys later.